भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद श्री जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा महारानी की, श्री प्रहलाद नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, श्री निताई गौर सुंदर की, पतित पावन शिला प्रभुपाद की, समस्त गौर भक्तविंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। Studying from Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3rd, entitled as Status Quo, chapter number 25th, which is entitled as The Glories of Devotional Service, and text number 24, text number 25. Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hit karna rasayana katha तज्जोसनाद आस्व अपवर्ग वर्तमनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्ति अनुक्रमिष्यति। सतां प्रसंगान् मम वीर्य संविदो भवन्ति हितकर्णरसायना कथा तज्जोसनाद आस्व अपवर्ग वर्तमनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्ति अनुक्रमिष्यति। सतां प्रसंगान् मम वीर्य संविदो भवन्ति हृतकर्णरसायना कथा तजजोसनाद आस्व अपवर्ग वर्तमनि श्रद्धारतिर्भक्ति अनुक्रमिष्यति। Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. I'll read the word for word meaning also. Satam, of pure devotees, prasangat, through the association, mama, my, virya, wonderful activities, samvidah, by discussion of, bhavanti, become, hrita, to the heart, karna, to the ear, rasayana, pleasing, katha, the stories, tat, of that, josanat, by cultivation, asu, quickly, apavarga, of liberation, vartamani, दास प्रभु की जय। Katha, the stories, tat, of that, Josanat, by cultivation, Asu, quickly, Apavarga, of liberation, Vartmani, on the path, Shraddha, firm faith, Rati, attraction, Bhakti, devotion, Anukramisyati, will follow in order. Translation. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed, and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. I'll read the translation once again. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Shri Prahlad Nrsimhadev Bhagwan ki, Shri Nitai Gaur Sundar ki, Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. In the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed, and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. Read here attentively. Purport. The process of advancing in Krishna consciousness and devotional service is described here. The first point is that one must seek the association of person who are Krishna conscious and who engage in devotional service. Without such association, one cannot make advancement. Simply by theoretical knowledge or study, one cannot make any appreciable advancement. One must give up the association of materialistic persons and seek the association of devotees, because without the association of devotees, one cannot understand the activities of the Lord. Generally, people are convinced of the impersonal feature of the Absolute Truth because they do not associate with devotees. They cannot understand that Absolute Truth can be a person and have personal activities. This is very difficult subject matter, and unless one has personal understanding of the Absolute Truth, there is no meaning to devotion. Service or devotion cannot be offered to anything impersonal. Service must be offered to a person. Non-devotees cannot appreciate Krishna consciousness by reading the Srimad Bhagavatam or any other Vedic literature wherein the activities of the Lord are described. They think that these activities are fictional, manufactured stories because spiritual life is not explained to them in the proper mood. To understand the personal activities of the Lord, one has to seek the association of devotees, and by such association, when one contemplates and tries to understand the transcendental activities of the Lord, the path to liberation is open and he is freed. One who has firm faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead becomes fixed, and his attraction for association with the Lord and the devotees increases. Association with devotees means association with the Lord. The devotees who makes this association develops the consciousness for rendering service to the Lord, and then being situated in the transcendental position of devotional service, he gradually becomes perfect. Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnana Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakchurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Panghum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Bande Sri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Iswaram. This is a very important verse, and especially for all of us sadhakas, because we are all interested in one thing, that's the progress in spiritual life. So it's described how one can progress in spiritual life. Prabhupada is telling here the foremost important thing is to association with devotees. Without association of devotees, we'll advance in Krishna consciousness. I don't need the association of devotees. I'll just worship my Lord. I will carry on my own things, and I will advance in Krishna consciousness. To think like this is simply an hallucination. Without association, without the help of devotees, we cannot make any tangible progress in Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada is explaining that mostly people are people have notion, people are so much into impersonalism. That's very difficult to give up that idea out of our head. We can see in our day-to-day dealings also. We get to do anything as a routine, and we just keep doing this mechanically without thinking that this thing is done, how it's going to affect the other person, because we are just used to see dead matter. In fact, when we deal with people also, we are not seeing the soul. We don't realize that we are spirit soul. Though we talk to everyone in this material world, we we try to interact with the people, but we forget to see the real person in. And when this gets into a routine work, we will see that we completely neglect that. We don't understand that this is a person, this person has got a feeling. Okay, if something is uh, said, he may feel good, he may feel bad, he may like this, he may not like this. We just uh, so much used to this that we don't think about it. So this idea of impersonalism is so much imbibed in the conditioned soul. And especially when we are worshipping the deities, we will see that the deities just remain as something, some object. It is though we every time hear, Pratima nahi tumi sakshat Brajendra Nandana. You are not statue. You are the Lord, the the son of King of Raja, Rajendra Nandana himself. You are just appeared very, very kindly to accept a service which I am offering for my upliftment, my purification. You're so kind. So this is explained throughout the Vedic scriptures, and we hear again and again. But still, when we get into the field, we will relate. We don't relate always the Lord being as a person. That if we do something uh, which it make discomfort him, uh, we uh, we may not do something properly while serving him. So this is all due to this impersonalism imbibed so deeply in the consciousness of conditioned soul. Very difficult to get out of this idea. And Prabhupada is telling that if one wants to get out of this impersonalism, then one must take association of devotees. With the help of devotees, we can understand the presence of Lord. Once I asked this to Bhagavad Prabhu, that we are serving the Lord throughout the day and we are trying to offer various things to the Lord. You are preparing so many bhogas to the Lord. How will understand the Lord had some, did he like it or he has any things to improve in that? So Bhagavad Prabhu immediately replied that he won't say directly. Through some devotees, he'll make you to know. The Lord is making his presence felt by the association of devotee, through some devotee. And if we don't have the association, then we will never feel that presence of the Lord. And we'll always think that he is just an object. We see that Lord himself sitting as a Paramatma inside heart and guiding all the living entities to come out of this material world. Most of them they ignore. Most of them they ignore. In fact, all of them ignore. Just the Lord keeps trying, and he takes the help of another sincere person and brings him in front of him, and speaks through him. And then by the Lord's effort from both inside and outside, that particular person is awakened. So many incidents. The classical incident is Bilwa Mangal Thakur was so much engrossed in sense gratification, he was just behind that prostitute. Is even on the day when his father passed away, he was just thinking how I can associate with that Chintamani. And somehow, because of some social pressure, he just quickly finished all the final rites of his father, and it started. The weather started changing. The storm was coming. There started raining heavily, and still he was so much so much wanting to associate with Chintamani that he was not considering this at all. And he just crossed the wide river when this whole big rain and storm was going through, and it was not very clear, and it become dark most night, and he just misunderstood a cup with a log floating in the water in that river, and he just caught hold of that cup and crossed that, and after going on other side he saw it is a cup, but still he is not awakened that see what I am doing, where I am going on this day when my father has left the world. I should be sincerely praying for him, sincerely deeply regretting, but his focus was completely different when I am going to meet with Chintamani. And then he somehow reached to the house of Chintamani. It was multi-floor, and he knocked the door during the storm. She could not hear, and she never expected he will come, because she also got the news that his father has passed away. So she was just busy in her own self. And then he saw that nobody is opening the door. He kept knocking, nobody is opening the door. Then he was very worried, and he saw something hanging. And he said, oh, see, my Chintamani is thinking about me so much. She knows that I will come. So she has left this string, so that I can climb up. And he just caught hold of that string, and that he climbed. And when he reached top, he saw that it is not a string, it is a snake. It's a snake. See, he is so much deeply absorbed in thinking of Chintamani that he did not even see that is snake, and it may bite him and he may die. And then when he met with Chintamani, Chintamani was completely shocked. Hey, how did you enter? And how did you came, first of all? I heard that your father has passed away. And then he said that no, Chintamani, I cannot be without even for one night. I cannot be without you even for one night. And Chintamani was completely thinking that, see, this person is how much behind this body, which is going to be anyway become as a stool. And she was completely disturbed, and she thought that, see this person, see this. Then automatically from her mouth words came which struck like a thunderbolt to Vilva Mangal Thakur. She told, if you had this attraction for the Supreme Lord, then definitely you would have crossed this Bhavasagar, this material world, ocean of birth and death. Definitely you would have crossed, reached to spiritual world. You'd have solved all your problems. This word of Chintamani entered inside the heart of Bilva Mangal Thakur, and he just kept thinking about it, and he left. Chintamani also said, get out from here, and he left. He was chastised by Chintamani, and he was feeling very depressed, and this word entered deep inside his thoughts, and then he decided to renounce. So we see the Lord is always trying, the Paramatma is always trying. He kept trying with Bilva Mangal Thakur, but it did not work out. It was through a devotee that Lord could impact him. So how much is important to have association of devotees? So this is explained here in this verse. Satam prasangan mama virya samvido bhavanti hit karna rasayana katha tajajosanada swa apavarga vartamani shraddharati bhakti anukramisyati. So what happened if we associate with devotees? So our bhakti starts by the association of devotees. By mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we have seen that what change took place in the whole world. By mercy of Srila Prabhupada, by his association, we see that how we have taken up Krishna consciousness, we are advancing in Krishna consciousness. So it's the devotees by whose effort we take up devotional service, and it is devotee again by whose assistance we progress spiritual life. And how we progress, this is what is explained here in this verse. It is said, in the association of pure devotees, discussion of the pastimes and activities of Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to ear and the heart. One thing is sure, all of us, we are looking for some pleasing experience. Living entities are behind sense gratification. Why? Why we are all behind sense gratification? Because by nature we are Satchidananda. We are seeking the pleasure. We want to be happy. We want to be peaceful. Is there anybody who doesn't want to be peaceful and happy? So we are all trying here our best to exploit the matter to have sense gratification. But then more we try, more we become frustrated. Because the senses can never be satisfied. It's like pouring fuel inside a fire. This keeps on demanding. If we eat one gulab jamun, then we want to eat more. Then we eat one more, then we feel no, take one more. And then how many we can take? After that we get loose motion. We are not satisfied and we started suffering. So the senses can never be satisfied. The satisfaction to sense gratification is illusory. We are just thinking we are satisfied. And whatever experience we have is very little. That's also very temporary, not too long. Through all senses we can see. So living entities actually seeking happiness through sense gratification, but they are never satisfied. But as soon as they get something which is spiritual experience, which is just contradictory to this sense gratification, their search is actually they have found the object of their search. They have found that happiness which they were looking so far and they never got it. That experience where our happiness is never ending, that experience that our happiness keeps on increasing, that's what we are looking for. And how we get that experience, that is explained in association of devotees. The pastimes of the Lord, the activities of the Lord is there, but we don't derive much of interest in that. But when we are in association of devotees, we see the same activities and same pastimes of the Lord becomes lively to us, becomes much more pleasing. It's what explained here. Discussion of the pastimes and activities of Supreme Personality of Godhead is very pleasing and satisfying to the ear and the heart. And how it is? Because when we are hearing from a devotee, the devotee actually is realizing that. And when he speaks, then that comes very lively to us. If you see some one material example, see when we watch the cricket, if we watch for a long time cricket match, say international 2020 game is going on, and we watch, then we may not relate with so much, or we may enjoy, but when we hear the commentary and the watch, then whole things becomes very excitement. Right or not? We are hearing the commentary and then we are seeing, oh, this is going to come and this is this. So we get involved and absorbed. So see, the activities and pastimes are explained in the scriptures, but then we don't have interest, we don't have taste for it, and so we don't open it and read. Even sometime when we are opening and reading also, we fall asleep. But same thing when it comes in association of devotees with the devotees, then we see that it becomes very lively, very interesting. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam, opening of Srimad Bhagavatam. This Srimad Bhagavatam is a essence of all the Vedic scriptures. It is a ripened fruit. Galitam phalam. Sukhamukha drav amrit samyutam. Okay. It has become even much more tastier when it has come out from the mouth of Sukadeva Goswami. It's like a sukha, parrot. When it touches some fruits, there is some special taste and flavors is added into it. So, similarly, when we hear from the pure devotees, that whole thing actually comes very lively to us, and we actually experience it. And that experience is what always remains with us. So, we get enthusiastic in serving by seeing another Vaishnavas very enthusiastic in rendering his devotional service. So it's very, very important that if we at all wants to develop taste for devotional service, we should associate with pure devotees who have already taste for it. Then we see that we'll also get it. Satisfying to the ear and the heart. To ear and the heart. In purport to one of the text in Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada is explaining that if we hear Krishna Katha from a person who is not a devotee, who is a professional reciter, nothing will happen to us. We will not progress in Krishna consciousness. Because he is not in contact with the Lord, then how he can impart that Krishna consciousness? His thinking is different. He is not thinking to give Krishna consciousness, he is thinking to make business out of it. So he is not in connection with the Lord, then how he can impart that Krishna consciousness? We may be thinking that, oh, I heard, and then we'll come back, and nothing will change substantially in our lifestyle. We can see there are so many Bhagavad Katha goes on, and so many people come see to speak, they take their big fat fees, dakshina, and so many offerings, they all collect and leave. They are not at all bothered about the person who they are all hearing. They are really making advancement. Am I speaking the message which is going to help them? They are not involved. They have just practiced to speak something which the audience will applaud. Neither the speaker is benefited nor the audience is benefited. They just keep on doing all their regular activities. So, we hear from a devotee who is speaking for the pleasure of another devotee, for the pleasure of Krishna, according to Guru Sadhu Shastra, then that makes impact in our consciousness. Srimad Bhagavatam is filled with so much of these kinds of narration. So, the same activities when heard in association of devotees, it is satisfying to our heart. By cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation. So, we all here in this material world, we are all nicely bound up by three modes of material nature: Rajogun, Sattvagun, Tamogun. None of us are free. Every time in different situations we can realize either Tamoguna is catching us, or Rajoguna, or we are acting in Sattvaguna. Hardly to find in Sattvaguna, mostly Rajoguna and Tamoguna. And we react to the situation for which we later regret. So, we are all conditioned here, three modes of material nature, and we see that the type of activities we perform, the type of desire we cultivate, bind us to another set of modes of material nature, how our consciousness is developed, and then according to our consciousness we get another body. So we are in the human form of life, and we do all sorts of tamasic thing. Then next life we will get a tamasic body, lower species of life. Will, like a person who is too much addicted to eat meat, he may get body of a tiger. A person who is too much interested in sense gratification to expose himself, doesn't wear the proper clothes, may get a body of a tree. So we are all conditioned here, and we make ourselves much further conditioned. But this all conditioning can be removed in association of devotees. If we associate with devotees, since they are associating with the activities, with the pastimes in the service of the Lord, which is not in these three modes, by associating with such devotees, will also be engaged in such things. And we'll see that more we start doing devotional service, more we become free from three modes. And devotional service in association of devotees is already very pleasing and satisfying to ear and heart. So we get that experience. So we want to do it more. And we see that we'll be absorbed in doing that, and we'll forget all our other activities which were in three modes of material nature. And we see that we will be doing transcendental activities, and that is what is state of liberation. We always engage in chanting holy name of the Lord, always engaged in hearing, always engaged in the activities which to glorify the Lord, to spread His glories. So in this way, when we become absorbed, all our material activities is stopped, and that is what is liberated state. So it is said, by cultivating such knowledge, one gradually becomes advanced on the path of liberation, and thereafter he is freed, and his attraction becomes fixed. Then real devotion and devotional service begin. So here one thing is explained, apavarga vartamani. So there is a Sri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki Nitai Gaur Sundar ki Jai. So what is this apavarga? If we see Devanagari script, there are different vargas, ka varga, pa varga, ta varga. So there is one thing is pa varga, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. This is a set of 5 letters, pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. So this has got a deep meaning. Pa signifies to parishram. So we see living entities work very hard, very hard. If you especially see in the Mumbai, people get up early in the morning and they are rushing to catch the local train, and somehow they get inside the train and they stand for a long time, and then they are pushed out and they go work very hard the whole day, and night they come back. When they come back, they're already middle of night, and they just hardly eat something and just go to sleep. And they again next day same thing starts again. People work so hard, parishram, just to earn some money. Parishram, that's what is pav. Laboring hard, parishram, to survive in this material world. Hard struggle for existence, Prabhupada call it. Hard struggle for existence. So much they are working hard that fain is coming out of their mouth. You see, fain, foam. If you, especially if you are labored very hard, when we see that mouth becomes filled with foam. So much they work hard, fain come out of their mouth, pa, pha, ba. They all working very hard, but for what? As going to, everything is going to be finished. Simply we are working very hard, just running on the 4 wheels, but we don't know where we are going. So this is not going to be with us. We are not going to carry anything with us. This is not the real advancement. All our effort to acquire wealth, to acquire learnings, everything is going to, along with all that learning and wealth, going to end here. So though we work very hard, so much so that pain come out of our mouth, but it is vyartha. So pa pa ba bha, and then we find that we are the worst of our last moment in life. Their death is going to take over, and we become very fearful. Fearful of losing this body, we become fearful of losing all we have in master so much throughout our life. Bha, pa, pha, ba, bha. That fear is constantly there. Throughout life, we see there is a fear. And ma. And finally, how much ever we try, whatever we may do, but it is said as sure as death. Nobody can stop this. Mrityu. So pa, pha, ba, bha, ma. This is called pa varga. This is what material life is about. This whole in this life we will see pa, pha, ba, bha, ma, and then again next life we get another type of body, and again the same thing pa, pha, ba, bha, ma starts. This keeps on rotating. So this is what material life is, pa varga. But when we associate with devotees, we break this pa varga. We progress into apavarga, not all this. Okay, devotees, they live simple, and they are always absorbed in thinking about Krishna, high, simple living, high thinking. They are not too much greedy. Yes, whatever is provided by the Lord, they accept it, and they live, and their life is very rich. In thinking of Krishna, serving Him, they have got very rich experience, happy. Okay, so, and this is all a small service which we do. This nothing is going to go waste. Krishna is telling that even the smallest service is done actually can save one from greatest danger. Trayate bhayato mahat. So pa, pha, ba. So this is nothing is vyarth. Everything is going to be counted, and there is no fear because Krishna is protecting, and there is no death, because if we totally engaged in service of the Lord, absorbed of the Lord, we are not going to to take birth again. So there is nothing, there is no death, because when we die we have to take birth. The devotees who have developed 100% Krishna consciousness by mercy of the Lord, they cross over death and they go to the spiritual world. So this is called apavarga. So person who is associating with devotees, they progress in this apavarga. And the person who is associating with people who are materialistic, it's not devotees, they will move, they will go more inside pavarga. So these two things are there. It is our choice whether we associate with devotees or we give up the association of devotees and associate with materialistic people. We can choose. According to that, we will get the result. If we want to have a nice, wonderful, spiritual, real experience, happiness, then we should associate with devotees. And if we foolishly deny all these things, we just ignore the association of devotees, and we remain in materialistic association, then we'll have that sorts of experience. So it is our choice. So this is very important, association of devotees. And association of devotees, it is said, I'll just sum up, that the same pastimes and activities of the Lord, which is already transcendental, becomes much more satisfying and pleasing to ear and heart. And then we progress in path of apavarga. Slowly we become free from three modes of material nature, and our attraction towards serving the Lord becomes fixed in association of devotees. And then we progress in developing real devotion and we engage in devotional service. This is what is explained here in this verse. Very important verse. This is all key things we should always remember. Association of devotees is very, very important. Without association of devotees, we progress in Krishna consciousness. Such a thought is just an hallucination, nothing more. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, पतित पावन शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, समस्त गौर भक्त वृंद की जय।